Hey everybody, it's Brooke with The Buttered Home and welcome to my messy kitchen. Today we're going to show you a very tasty and easy way to make cabbage. Now that the one holiday is over and we have to get ready for the other, I like to show you how you can make good use of your time in and out of the kitchen. And one of the easiest ways that I do this is by using my Instant Pot or my electric pressure cooker. So I love cabbage, my whole family loves cabbage, and I like to cook cabbage several different ways, but probably the tastiest and easiest is just to cook it right on top of the stove, adding just a few really good flavor components, but it kind of smells up the kitchen. So using my pressure cooker is one way that I like to make cabbage and make it very tasty and pretty much hands-free. So we started with one medium head of cabbage, and I've just rough chopped that into bite-sized chunks. It's not rocket science, it's just really simple. Now to make this even more delicious, we just add just a few things, and you'll probably hear Millie whining, but she's just gonna have to whine. So to our inner liner, and this is very important, make sure that this guy is always in here. I wash mine by hand, dry it, and store it in here so that I don't just go throwing things in and oops, I throw them in without the pot in. So we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of minced garlic right to the pot. Then to that I have a 1/2 cup of red onion, and you can use white, you can use yellow, whatever you have on hand. And I've just rough chopped it too, and it goes right in. Then we are going to put in just a little salt and a little pepper to taste. I say somewhere between 1/4 and 1/2 teaspoon. And we put those in the pot, just like that. And just for a little extra kick, we like to put in just maybe about 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, just to make it a little spicy, a little interesting, but you can certainly leave that out. Then to the pot, we're going to add 1.5 cups of vegetable broth to all those wonderful things. Now, for added flavor and added wonderful everything, I like to save a piece of our turkey from Thanksgiving. Now, if it's not Thanksgiving and you don't have any leftover bone-in turkey, in most of your butcher sections at the grocery store, you can find smoked turkey legs or turkey wings, and you can use those. But I have a big leg here, and we're gonna put that guy in, and he's gonna cook with the cabbage. We'll take him out, we'll shred him. It's a lot like what we do whenever we cook collard greens, but this time it's with cabbage. And y'all, this cabbage along with that smoked turkey leg, that's all you need. This can be a 1-pot meal. So we just take all that rough chopped cabbage and just dump it on top, and it's gonna fill up your pot. I'm using a 6-quart Milsey pot, which is very similar to an Instant Pot. They all work pretty much about the same. So I'm going to get all that cabbage out, and this is essentially steaming your cabbage. So the cabbage will cook off a lot of liquid, so 1.5 cups of that broth is really all you need anyway, because the cabbage does the rest. So see, you can't see any of that good stuff. So then we're going to secure the lid, lock it in place, make sure that our vent is turned to seal, which is about the 11 o'clock, or on your end, I don't know, the 11 o'clock position. Then we're going to set this for pressure cook for 30 minutes. Then I'm going to let the pressure naturally release. Then we'll come back and open it up. We'll add just a little bit of apple cider vinegar to it, and it will be ready to go. We'll take that turkey leg out, shred it, put it back in there, and discard the bone, and you are ready to eat. So we're going to let this cook, and we'll be right back. Hey everybody, we are back, and we have finished our 30-minute cook time for the cabbage. And now we're going to, I've let it sit for about 5 minutes. So some of the pressure has naturally released, but with a pair of tongs or a long spoon, I am going to release the remainder of that. And I'm just going to take those, and then I'm going to push it down to about 7 o'clock. And so you can see what goes on when you release it, but you always want to do this carefully. Since we have let it sit for about 5 minutes, there shouldn't be a lot in there, but there is a pin back here, and the idea is for it to drop and the steam to dissipate. Once that happens, you've let all of the steam out of the unit and everything is safe. You won't have an explosion whenever you open it of food, cabbage, everywhere. So my pin just dropped. Still got a little bit coming out, so I'm just going to safely let it finish. But I like to do this part on camera because I feel that it's very important for safety to be sure that you are handling your pressure cooker in a very safe manner. All of the stainless steel portions are very hot. The handle here, the hard plastic, is not hot. But anywhere around this area where the steam escapes can be very dangerous. It can burn you pretty bad. So always err on the side of caution and open it. Let it stay open a little longer than normal, and do it with a long handled spoon or a pair of tongs. So that's your cooking 101 today with electric pressure cookers. So we're going to carefully remove that lid. And then I am going to fish out that turkey leg, which it's smoked. It's already fully cooked. So, and I just slung cabbage everywhere. So I generally take this out, and then I shred the meat with 2 forks. It's very tender, very easy to do, but you really just want all that good smoked meat to go back in there, or not. Feel free to skip this step if you're not a huge fan of pork, but you like the flavor of pork in your cabbage, or you could use a ham hock. Did I say pork? I meant turkey. You can also use, I had pork on the brain, you can also use ham hocks. Ham hocks are really good for this too, and I do them the same way. We have a collards recipe that I will link here on YouTube, and you can find it on our Facebook channel as well, where we do a similar cook with the collards. However, we do use ham hocks in those, but in my mind, ham hocks and turkey legs are kind of interchangeable. Now this had a good chunk hanging off of it, and I just want to get it out and make sure that it doesn't have any bone material in it, or any cartilage or any of that tenuous stuff. So we're good. I've got that all kind of sliced up. Then I'm going to take out the bone and discard of it. Let me just set it over here. I'm going to let it cool before I put it in the trash. And this cabbage, it is cooked perfectly. It has reduced by half. And I will pick it up here and show you what it looks like. But first we're going to add this smoked turkey leg meat, and look at all that was on it. So you get a pretty good amount. That's why I say fixing cabbage this way is not only flavorful and wonderful, but you can really almost make a meal off of it just by doing this. You don't have to have anything else except maybe some cornbread. Cornbread is always a good idea. But if you're not a big fan, if you just want just the cabbage, then by all means, leave that out. That's not something that you have to do, but it sure makes it really, really taste good. So I'm going to carefully take this out so that you can see how perfectly done it is. What I do at this point is I will add a little bit of apple cider vinegar and mix it up. That kind of helps cut the bitterness of the cabbage. And you can add anywhere from 2 teaspoons to 2 tablespoons, whatever your preference is, but the apple cider vinegar works with that smoked turkey and gives it just a beautiful flavor. And I normally let it sit before serving so that apple cider vinegar has time to cut that bitterness out, but I'm going to just spoon some out. And you could also use pork sausage or turkey sausage in this as well, or even you could render bacon and use the bacon fat in here and then put the bacon back in after your cook time is done. But this is really flavorful, really good cabbage. We hope that you'll try this. Now is a good time. If you got some leftover turkey, it's a great time to try it this way. And it sure makes the air smell a lot better in the kitchen whenever you cook it this way too. So we'll hope you'll try this easy pressure cooker cabbage, as well as all of our other recipes that can be found at thebutteredhome.com. Now, if you're not already, make sure that you're following us on all of our social channels. We would love to have you over at Facebook and Instagram. We have a lot of fun on those 2 platforms. And as usual, if you're not subscribed to our channel on YouTube, we can be found at The Buttered Home on YouTube as well. And when you go to subscribe to our channel, make sure that you ding that bell so that you can be notified whenever we drop new videos like this one. Y'all, it's the most wonderful time of year. We're about to embark on a Christmas season made in Alabama, and we hope that you won't miss it, that you'll be here with us every week until 2022. Then we have a lot of great things in store for you then as well. So from the Buttered Home to your home, we love you guys. Bye.